When you're creating a solution in Azure, you're often creating an end-to-end solution with multiple parts, multiple virtual machines, maybe even a combination of virtual machines and cloud services and web apps or logic apps. So there's really a variety of things that go together and may need to communicate. Now, most things that you create will have public endpoints, and so you can create or can communicate publicly, but generally for an application and an overall solution, you don't want to do that. You want to be able to communicate privately, efficiently, and securely. And you can generally do that through your virtual networks. And really, you can think about having compute instances in a couple different things. For example, you may have cloud services. When you have a cloud service, you can actually specify the virtual network that you want that cloud service to work in a configuration file. And remember, your cloud services, and we'll talk about these in the course, these are the original platform as a service implementation within the Azure environment. So that actually even predates the capability of having virtual networks, but it's tied into that. It has that ability. Also, when you create a virtual machine, one of the things you'll do is you will specify the virtual network that you want that virtual machine to be associated with. So particularly in the ARM or the Azure Resource Management model, that's going to be something that is just that's part of what you do. Now, they, of course, are going to pick up the settings from your virtual network. So whether it's a virtual network configuration file, as you would have in version 1, the service management model, or if it's just part of the definition that may be exported in a JSON environment. But the point is, I've got my virtual network. The virtual network may have subnets. I may have network security groups and rules and even load balancing defined within the virtual network. All of that's going to apply to any virtual machines, any service, any web app that's going to use that virtual network. So you can not only facilitate this communication, and if that all sounds complicated, it actually isn't that complicated to configure. It's not really a focus of this course, but it is something you want to be familiar with. And if I can do it, I assure you, you can do it. And I can do it. I've done it many times. So the virtual network allows you to define the communication infrastructure for all of these different elements that you're building as part of your application solution.